See if you can tell what I'm trying to do here with this driver drill. Okay, today you don't want to miss this. You're going to want to get this today. Please stick with me until the end. A few weeks ago, I made a video about how to hit your irons so crisp using this drill. What we're going to do now is we're going to take that into the driver swing. This is going to knock your socks off, make you hit the ball so much better with the big stick. You ready? Let's go. Okay, everyone, we are going to take you through a lesson today. If you have a driver, if you're able to on the range, please grab a club, join with us today. We're going to have some fun, and I'm going to take you step by step through this progression, the series of progressions that's going to help you start really hitting that driver solid. Okay, let's go. All right, so the first thing is, if you haven't seen that video from before with the irons, please go back and check that video out. This video with the driver is going to be some of the same information, but it's going to, there's some critical pieces here with the driver that I'm going to talk about today. All right. Okay, so the first thing is, when we bring the driver out, everybody wants to hit and just the very first swing go full out. I highly, highly, highly encourage you to not do that, okay? Now, the driver swinging full out, swinging this maximum power is great. It's great for speed training, but not what we're trying to do today. We're trying to learn how to hit the ball off the face regularly. All right, so the first drill that is like the last one we talked about, what I want you to really think about is extension away towards the target. Okay, so we're talking about after we make contact with the ball, we're extending away towards the target with our head back and our body back. All right, now again, I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. If I were to extend all the way down range and I don't turn my body, I can't get there. I just cannot make that extension. Now watch this. If I make the extension this way and I extend down, now I've turned through the ball. If I'm in my golf posture right here and I try to reach, I can't reach. And what happens if I can't reach and I don't turn? Now all of a sudden, the only way that I can correct that is to get this chicken wing from here, and that's my follow through look. But if I can look like this, okay, or some close version to it, then I'm going to be in good shape. And so this first part, hitting some golf balls, all we're going to do is we're just going to try to get into this position, reaching downrange and shaking hands with the target. Now, my momentum may carry me beyond that just a little bit, so I may be out here, but the feeling is I'm going to try to stop right here. Okay, so here we go. This is the first part of it. Okay, and it really doesn't matter at this point how you hit the ball. We're not looking to pound this out there 300 yards right now. That will come later if you're patient. Okay, so we're just going to hit that a few times. I'll probably demonstrate that twice now, but what I would suggest is probably 10 to 15 reps. Okay, so here it is again. Really smooth. Back and extending through. All right. Okay. So that's number one. Once you get the feel of that, I would repeat that I would say about 10 to 15 reps, just to get the feel of going toe up, swinging through, toe pointed to the sky, toe to the sky, or 9 o'clock if you like, to 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Okay. Now, as you do that, remember, we're trying to keep our head and our body back as our arms extend to the target. Obviously, we're going to swing all the way through and momentum is going to carry us up. But for this drill, feel that extension all the way up. Okay, so once you've done that 10 or 15 reps, and you just simply go from here, turn through to here, now what we need to do is some very specific things for the driver swing, all right? Now, one of the things about the driver is it's very unique in that we're trying to swing up on the ball. Now, in reality, that may not be happening. We may not be swinging up on the ball, but we're trying to feel as if we are swinging up on the ball, okay? And that's really important for that extension. We want to swing up. And so one of the ways that I love to think about swinging up on the ball is to really think about my right shoulder moving down, my left shoulder moving up, okay? With an iron swing, we're going to be covering the ball more and feel like we're almost breaking this wall with our lead shoulder. But with the driver, I want to feel, if I'm going to exaggerate this feeling, this is how I would exaggerate it. I would go like this. That's the exaggeration right there of the feeling. I want my right shoulder down and to extend with my head back and my body back. All right, so that's the next feel. Once you go through just kind of turning like this, then here's how you're going to do the second part. When you get set up to the ball, you're going to have your right shoulder a little bit lower than your left, naturally because you're holding the club down here. If you're right-handed, your right hand is lower. But I want you to exaggerate just slightly and get that right shoulder down. Now watch this. As I come through, I'm going to think about getting my shoulder under me as I extend, okay? All right, big, wide stance here. Okay. Now, I hardly moved through that ball at all, and I hit that down there pretty well. That was a pretty good strike with that. Okay, so remember, all I'm trying to do is really get used to meeting the center of the club face here and extending through the golf ball. Okay, so let's try that again. And then you can practice 10 or 15 reps on your own. Getting low with the shoulder, head back, body back, turn. Okay, hit that a little off the top of the face, but that's okay. That is the feeling that we want, really focusing on that upper body with the driver. Okay, everyone, so here's the third progression. We've done 10 to 15, just toe up in the air, toe to toe. Next, we've done 10 to 15 here, really focusing on getting this left shoulder to go up, right shoulder to go down, feel like we're hitting up on the ball, okay? Now, we're really focusing on this drill is we want to focus on the target side. We're not doing too much with the backswing today. We're focusing on trying to create enough momentum in the backswing that we can then extend out on the target side, okay? Again, these are just drills to help you with your full swing. All right, so the next one, what we're going to do is in the golf swing, you really want to feel like the ball, like you're behind the ball, okay? So you want the ball out in front of you. So this is a feel. When you make contact with the golf ball, I want you to feel like your hips are pointing down range and your chest is behind the ball, okay? It's not going to happen. No human alive is probably going to be able to do this, but I want you to feel like your hips are pointing down range and your chest is behind the ball. So this is going to be a little bit more dynamic, but we're taking it in very controlled movements, and that's the key. We're not going all out right now. All right, so all I'm going to think about trying to get those hips rotated down, my chest behind the ball, and all else stays the same and applies from what we've been talking about here. Hips downrange and chest behind the ball as I extend. All right. That's all I'm going to think about right now. All right, so that second one was pretty good. So again, that's not really happening, but the feeling is this, that's the feel, and this. The chest is back, the hips are pointing downrange. I don't know of anybody that's ever going to point their hips downrange, but being able to now get that disassociation where I'm here at impact, and then there comes that right shoulder, boom, right here. So that's the sequence that we're looking for. Okay, so once we've put that all together, I know we're really doing a progression today. Remember, we're here, and we're just turning, boom, like that. Then we're really getting that right shoulder underneath, getting that right shoulder there. And then we've got the clearing our hips, keeping our torso back. And so there's one more piece to this specific drill before you go into the full swing. Okay, so this last piece is when you see a really good driver of the golf ball, what you'll see is you're not going to see the hips just simply clear. Okay, it's not just like they're turning, because when you're turning, and if all you do is turn, you're going to lose the interaction with the ground. And so you want to be able to use the ground and get into the ground and use that reaction with the ground. And so what I am suggesting now is to really feel that you get the weight on your left side. Keep it there for this drill. Just keep it there. And as you rotate through, think about springing up. Okay? So you're going to think about, like, you got the weight into your left side, the whole drill, even on the backswing, and then think about springing up. Okay? And so this is the fourth piece of this, is we're down, we got shoulders down, we're extending, but now we're getting that lower body and the hips, and we're got our weight here and spring it up. Okay? So this is how this one is going to look. I'm going to make sure on this part, when I get to this portion of the progression, that my weight is left. Okay? And I'm going to try to really spring this one up. You ready? All right. Okay, I hit that one really well. Now, that looks probably kind of funny. It probably even looks like that I came back onto the side like that. This is a really crucial final step to the driver, is to, great driver of the golf ball, of course you're going to get the weight back in the full swing. But when you make that bump, as you're coming down, using the ground force to pull that hip back, pull that hip that way, okay? The problem is, we talk about this stuff as if it happens in isolation. This does not happen in isolation. All of these things happen together, right? And so if we go out and we just swing as hard as we can, and we're trying to focus on 1,000 things, that's not going to work. And so what I really recommend is just take 10 or 15 reps, focusing on one thing, even going like 50%, 30%, these little half swings. And then you go on to the next one, you go on to the next one, and then maybe you hit a couple of drivers at the end. Come back the next day, keep working on those steps until it becomes so natural and so much just a part of your physiology that when you get up to swing, it feels like you can put all that together. Feels like you can get that great extension, you can get that right shoulder down, you get those hips turned and then pushing off of the ground while your chest is still back. Guys, if you work on this, I'm telling you what, this is not an overnight fix, but putting all of this together in just a couple of weeks, I think you'll be screaming your driver right down the center of the fairway. Until next time, everyone, take it easy.